there, I'm Alex Bennett from Kendo World. Thank you for tuning in. It's my great pleasure once again to announce that the latest issue of Kendo World, that's 6.3, is now ready for purchase either as a hard copy or a Kindle download. Kendo World volunteers have been quite busy burning the midnight oil recent weeks to get this issue ready in time for the new year, and as always it's cram-packed with lots of information about the history, the philosophy, the culture and the techniques of Kendo and related topics. I can guarantee there is something in there for every Kendoka. So let's have a brief look at some of the content. Michael Prime writes the editorial for this issue, and given a number of high-profile scandals in recent times, he asks the question of whether Kendo really does make us better people. In our much-acclaimed series of Hanshi Says, Kumamoto Sensei from Hiroshima writes about the importance of observation, decision-making and zanshin in the path of Kendo. Charlie Kondak introduced one of his students, Ted, a 34-year-old Kenshi with Asperger's syndrome. How does Ted overcome the various hurdles in learning Kendo? Find out in Kendo and Asperger's one-man story. In this installment of The Nuts and Bolts of Kendo, Hanshi 9th Dan Nakano Yasoji Sensei explains the significance of Shinjitsu, Kijutsu and Gijutsu, that is the mind, the spirit and technique as the three pillars of Kendo, and how we can improve these aspects in our training. There is a distinct Miyamoto Musashi theme in this issue. Michael Ishimatsu Prime gives us a detailed synopsis of this legendary samurai's life and writings. Jeff Broderick reviews the latest Gorin no Sho translation on the market now, and I had the great pleasure of interviewing Hirata Fuho Sensei, who's an 8th Dan Kendo master formerly of the Tokyo Police, but he's also the 17th generation descendant of Miyamoto Musashi himself. Professor Oya Minoru from the International Budo University continues his series Reidan Jichi and explains in detail the points we need to take heed of when doing suburi. Chris Hellman introduces the Kenjutsu no Fushi Kihan and the significance of Confucianism in traditional Japanese swordsmanship. Blake Bennett continues his fascinating series on the question of aggressive behaviour in Kendo and where the line is drawn between simple violence and educational hard training. Dr. Stephen Nagy interviews an Indonesian woman who enjoys studying Kendo. What does a young Muslim woman get out of doing Kendo? Well, you can find out in this article. And also Kate Sylvester interviews Kozuno Yuka Sensei, a long-time member of the Japanese women's team, and she also represented her country in the recent World Kendo Championships in Italy as the Taisho of the Japanese team. So this is just a small selection of the many interesting articles in this issue of Kendo World. Please go to our homepage, that's www.kendo-world.com, for a detailed synopsis of the content and also information on how to purchase this latest issues at 6.3 of Kendo World, and also our many back issues and other books which are full of content dedicated to Kendo. Now, you can download the magazine instantly onto your Kindle, or you can order a hard copy. Now remember that you don't need a Kindle device to read it. You can just download a Kindle application for your PC, for your Mac, for your tablets or your smartphones. Anyway, happy holidays and happy reading from Kendo World.